right now in this area. This is my office. This is my home ground. And it's well worth defending.
I always call that the mother of all unintended consequences for Russian strategic thinking. If Russia had one objective with Sweden and Finland, it was to keep them outside of the alliance, and by Russia's full-scale invasion, now we are part of NATO.
We do not come empty-handed. We do bring a lot of humility as a new ally, but we also bring a lot of capability. So we definitely want to see ourselves as a net provider of security.
It's good now that Sweden has a seat at the table that provides us a better opportunity to have influence, but also take responsibility for the alliance. Supporting Ukraine is both the right thing to do and it's a smart thing to do. Of course, this is about decency and it's about humanity and standing up for the Ukrainian people. But it's also upholding principles which are crucial for a smaller country like Sweden. Rule of law, the European security order and a rules-based international order.
Leaning on the many years of close partnership with NATO, we have embraced a lot of the methodology that comes with standardization and building interoperability. We can now plan and work together, not as a unique entity, but as an integral part of NATO.
It's a multitasking ship. We can use it for submarine hunting and we can use it for air defense and also for the surface operations. Our profession is to use this ship in an attack from the archipelago in the Baltic Sea. That's what this ship is built for. We are very familiar with the environment in this region, and this ship is built for the environment around here.
Since the Swedish coastline is very different, thousands of islands, from small ones to big ones, with trees, without trees, the system that and the capabilities that the amphibious battalions holds, it's also unique in the world, I would say. We bring our own sustainability. We live and work from our boats that are designed to operate in these conditions. Our main operation area is where the sea meets the land. Either it's an open coast or archipelago. We are designed to work on the water, below the surface, on land and in the air around the Swedish coastline.
So the symbol for the battle group Gotland and the Gotland regiment is the ram. The ram symbolizes strength and the will to survive in harsh conditions on an island in the middle of the Baltic Sea. Coming into NATO gives opportunities to use Gotland as a hub for maritime operations, for logistics, and also different kinds of weapons systems which could provide aid, for instance, to the Baltic states. So it could be a platform for long-range fires as well.
So we always have at least 2 aircraft in constant readiness for air policing mission, or to identify, collect information, or to intercept an aircraft coming too close to NATO territory. Sweden and Finland's accession to NATO means a lot when it comes to geography. We can bring our situational awareness, our early warning concepts, and overall our knowledge of the situation in our region, and combine that with the other NATO alliance, which will really strengthen our situational awareness in the high north.
During winter times we have almost no light, few roads on long distances, and often also in winter time we have the extreme cold, going below 30 minus. So that's a challenge, and we really need to have the right equipment, and of course bringing the unit together, exercising, training in this environment.
We are in the training field. We have just dismounted from a CV-90 combat vehicle, and my squad is taking terrain in a forward direction. I'm from Paisley, Glasgow in Scotland. I moved to Sweden when I was young, when I was 6 years old, and I've grown up here, so Sweden has become my home, and makes sense to defend it. Joining NATO, for me as an individual, it means that I get to help not only defend what has become my home country here in Sweden, but the country where I'm from as well, which is the United Kingdom. And so I've learned a lot of things, and I've realised that if you have the right people beside you, you can do pretty much anything.
Space is something that we utilize daily for communication, for weather forecast, for surveillance, wide range of different areas where we actually are very dependent on space.
Please follow me. In Sweden, but I think also other countries in Europe have learned now what is happening in Ukraine. You need to have space assets that can see actually what is going on and what is to plan and be prepared. The terrestrial network is shut down immediately when a war breaks out. What can you do with space assets? You can have communication, you can do a lot of things with that. And you see also what we are doing with drones and with unmanned vehicles today. They are controlled by space assets, so that is important.
If we see a war situation where actually the mobile networks, they are not working, then we will be much more dependent on satellite communication, and we need to be ready for that situation. What is key also is that you have the capability to send off satellites from different places around the globe. We are based out of Europe, and this is the only facility that has these capabilities.
Strength that 32 allies bring together, both in terms of deterrence and of course also the operational capabilities to take up the fight if necessary, is absolutely convincing.
We have to understand that we are an ally, and as ally you share blood and you're solidaric. And by our accession into alliance, we are safer, but NATO is also stronger, and that makes me proud as a Swede.